Crafty Kids, it's Miss Janet from Pawtucket Public Library. Today, to celebrate Valentine's Day, I have a fun heart wreath that we're going to make. And it's made with tissue paper, and everything that you need is in a little kit that you can pick up here in the Children's Department at Pawtucket Public Library. And it has directions too. If you're interested in picking up a kit but you don't want to come inside the library, you can call and set up a time for curbside pickup. And just let us know that you want a Valentine heart wreath kit and what time you want to come in to pick it up. And we can arrange to have someone come out and bring it to your car. So inside your kit is a frame, a bunch of tissue paper squares, a string, and the middle part of the heart wreath. So I thought you might want to decorate this with markers or crayons, or if you have tissue paper squares left over from your wreath, you could make a puffy tissue paper heart too. So this is just kind of something extra to do. So this is kind of time consuming, so I filled in part of the wreath ahead of time instead of sitting here doing it in front of you for an hour. So what you're gonna need is some glue, and I recommend that you put it on a piece of paper in a little pool to make it easier to dip into. I also recommend that you put some kind of paper down on top of your table because this can get kind of messy. You might get glue on your table. You also need a pencil, a little pencil, or a pencil that you've used up the eraser, because we're going to use the eraser flat end of the pencil to dab our tissue paper into the glue and then scrunch it onto the wreath. So you take your pencil and you've got your little pool of glue, and you've got your tissue squares, and inside your bag are different colors. There's white and pink and then a few different shades of red. So what I have done is I variated my tissue paper colors, but you could do like a section of red, a section of white, a section of pink, and make kind of like stripes, but I chose to do it this way. So we take our little tissue paper square, whatever color we want to use, and you wrap it around the end of the pencil. And you want to wrap it pretty tight. So scrunch it up all around the edge of the pencil. And then you're going to take your pool of glue and you're going to get the end of it with glue. And while it's all scrunched up and gluey, we're going to poke it down onto the wreath and get it where you want it, like that. So that was a white one. So next I'm going to use a red square. So I take the end of my pencil and I wrap the tissue paper square pretty tightly around the end of the pencil. I dip it in the glue, and then I'm gonna push it onto the wreath and let it push it right off and squish it down so that it sticks to the wreath. And then you can kind of fix the little scrunchie after you do that. If you find that your pencil is sticking to the tissue paper square, you might just make sure to kind of wipe off the end of the pencil, or you could even rinse it off and dry it real good. All right, time for a pink. I wrap it around the edge of my pencil pretty tightly, and then I dip it in the glue, and then I scrunch it down onto the wreath. And I'm going to just keep repeating that with different colored squares. Wrap the tissue square around the end of the pencil, glue, push down. Dabbing it in the glue, and then I'm squishing it down onto the wreath. And I'm squishing it and making it pretty tight against each other. Again, you can do however you want to do it, but I think I've given you enough tissue paper that you can really fill this frame, this heart frame, in with tissue paper squares that are squished. All right, so this is gluey, and I squish it right on, push it down. Take my next square, and I wrap it around the end, twist it up so it's really tight, dip it in the glue, and press it down. Wrap, dip, press. So wrap, dip, press down, and just keep filling it in. Glue and press down. All right, so when this is all filled in, it's pretty repetitive. I keep doing the same thing over and over again. So when it's all filled in, it'll look like this. And then in your kit is a red and white string. So what I recommend is you match up the two ends of your string, and then you take the loop end. So the end that's looped, and you want to push that loop through, there's a hole in your wreath. So push that through the hole, and you might use your pencil to get it through until you can get it pushed through. And then you pull the looped end through the hole. So now you want to make a circle with that, and then from the other side you take the two ends and you put the two ends through the circle loop, and then you pull it tight. And then you can hang it. And once it's dried, I would let it just dry completely flat. Once it dries, it kind of hardens so it's not so floppy. And then you have a heart wreath that you can hang up or give to someone special. And again, the middle of the heart is for you just to decorate. So if you're interested in making a tissue paper heart wreath, again, we have a take and make craft table here in the children's department at Pawtucket Public Library. Just come up and grab a kit, take it home, and follow the directions on the direction sheet. And of course you can watch my video and make yourself a heart wreath. If you don't want to come inside the library, just call the circulation department and let us know what time you want to come pick up your heart wreath kit, and we can bring it out to you curbside pickup. So I hope you enjoyed this Valentine craft, and I hope you'll tune in next time for a fun St. Patrick's Day craft. Have fun crafting. Thanks.